Okay, hey, I finally just finished the sketchbook a while ago, and I've been meaning to record a sketchbook tour, but I just haven't been able to. I don't know, I just didn't feel up to it yet, but now I do. So the cover and the back cover. This is the back cover, front cover. I just ripped up some newspaper that I got, not newspaper, magazine that I got a while ago. Stuck some Warhammer cards on it because they were just in my drawer. I still have a bunch of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I said that I might paint them into different cards, kind of make my own merch cards of fandoms that I'm in. I don't know, or I might just chuck them away. But either way, this is the sketchbook. So front cover of me, 17th. Again, I didn't write the finish date, but I started it in March. And then this is just a pencil drawing of FNAF. I don't know, I got bored one day and I decided to draw the bite of 83, not 7, because I don't know, Scott felt like changing it. This is just a random page. I got bored, tried to draw Afton, didn't really like it, and just stuck some wrappers and what's this called again? Receipts. Receipts in there. Random sketches. Did some of Koenig. Someone watching One Man, One Jar. Just some eye studies, I guess. Pedro Pascal, Plankton Pascal. And then my eyes when I had my star eyeliner. And I was listening to Thundercat at the time, so I drew a Dragon Ball D-Rag. And then more FNAF. I drew Freddy is burning. I think I was thinking of FNAF 4. No, FNAF 3. And the whole fire thing that happens. There's a fire in FNAF 3, right? Freddy, burning, crying child, a crying child, and then Afton, and I did a skull instead of the meat. The meat that's on him. Cause realistically, would he still have all that meat after that time? I don't know. So I just drew a skull for funsies. Drew some most critical from some screen caps. Don't focus on the arms, they are freakishly small. They are freakishly small. And I drew some Spider-Punk when coming up to the Spider-Verse film. Some random studies of some girl on Pinterest. Some more random doodles. I got bored this day, so I was just scribbling all over the page. Ripped out a bunch of post-it notes and just filled the page. You can see that I couldn't be asked. And I think, no, it's on another page I did that too. Tyler Creator. I was listening to Call Me If You Get Lost. I finally decided to listen to the album, and it's so good. I don't know why, but I always end up listening to albums really late. Maybe after a year that they've come out and they've already done the album promotion cycle and the marketing and the interviews and the shows and tours are all done. In my mind, I'm oh, that's the perfect time for me to listen to this now, because I feel the hype has died down enough for me to not get clouded by it. But when I actually enjoy the things that I've waited to see for so long, I kind of get upset that I didn't jump on it when it was hot, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. And I did this cool you can say red, yellow gradient drawing of Tyler Creator. And then this is one of my OCs, older OCs. And the joke is I don't remember what she's called, but I drew her, and then I drew a gun in the corner. Oh, here's the scribble page I was talking about. Ripped out some more post-it, Call Me If You Get Lost, little driver card, barcode, just some random doodles with pens and stuff. And then this is me as a security guard. Not a security guard, a janitor. Did I say janitor? This is me as a janitor because I don't feel like I have like the capacity to be a security guard if I was ever in the FNAF universe. I wouldn't want to put myself through that. I would rather just want to like clean it up, you know? Like, I would be the last one in the facility before the security guard comes, and I'll just hand him the keys to the door and then just leave. Like, I don't want to be there. So this is me as a security guard. This is me as a janitor with my little smart shirt and tie, and then my little undershirt under it, my little name card is that as well. I couldn't go for, I really couldn't go back. And yeah, I'll probably draw some more of myself like this. I tried to do a comic of Saya and Avery, but it didn't work out. I did it in pencil and I quite liked it. Like, I don't know if you can see that bit. I didn't like it anymore. I did it in like pencil and it was alright, but then I did it over in fine liner and I ruined that. This one looks worse than that. I'll cover that. More FNAF. I just drew Sun, and then I drew Springtrap, like as if he was just spring locked. Is that it? When he's like kapushed, you know, kapushed together. More FNAF. More FNAF. Me as a little goober. What's this gem's name? But that's from Steven Universe, isn't it? I drew her during lunch, and then some more COD stuff when Neil did that video of him in the bath. I can't remember his name, like the actor's name, but it's Alejandro. And to be honest, Alejandro is my favourite character out of like the COD thing, like characters. I'll probably say it's Alejandro first, Gaz, Price. More FNAF. I drew Springtrap again. That's him in his little meat thing, like meat suit. And then this is Rasa as like a little skate, as like a derby skater. Like, you know when those like women are like doing the skating thing in like the circle. When I think of what it is, I'll put it on the screen. This is another character I just drew because I realised that I don't draw men, not because I don't want to, but because I feel like I don't know how. Because I feel like very subconsciously I've always drawn women. I've already said this before, I've always drawn women as well, and it's like, oh yeah, I've got to draw them too. And then when I draw them, they look weird. So I tried to draw a guy, and I named him Kaidan, and I gave him trauma, like all my other characters. A Mandy adventure when this came out, it was pretty cool. The hype's kind of died down for it, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard anyone talk about it like recently, so it was kind of like, it felt like a kind of flash in a pan. It felt like a flash in a pot. But I really enjoyed the game, I'm not gonna lie, so I did a little double page spread about it. Just more random doodles of me when I went into uni one day. I was bored. It's me cracked out. I ripped this out of my uni sketchbook because we were drawing this character to animate it, and I did some, would you say concept designs? This is what kind of like the sketch design I had for the character. So I just ripped it out and stuck it in here to fill up some space. And this is what Kai looks like when he has like the symbiote sludge thing. Vera's family, her dad Saya, her mum Helga. I'm still trying to figure out how they look because I want them to look more aged, and I feel like it's just it's just me needing to like work in like wrinkles into them, to be honest. That's really what it is. Stuck in some random stuff to fill up the page because why not? This is when Spider-Verse dropped and I drew Hobie as like studies, I guess. This is a study. This was me trying to draw him. Pinterest study I did, some sketch reference daily studies I did of just some women, and using some alcohol markers that I just had spare in my room, trying to like draw them, because I don't usually like use markers a lot because they kind of bleed, and to kind of keep these a bit realistic as well, it was kind of new, but I enjoyed it. I tried to draw this character that I've been working on called Veronica. I did draw her here, but I covered it, and then I drew this like a long time after. I'll probably pick her up and draw her another time. Who knows, I might be lying. This is, so you won't be able to tell, but this is supposed to be Oscar Isaac. And then I did some studies of myself, me when I was doing my hair, and me with my hair like out, and then just like some little doodles of me. This is Oscar Isaac. I think you can tell. Hopefully. I watched Oedipus like thing that they did on Zoom, and this is where this is from. If you haven't seen them do the Oedipus thing on the Zoom, watch it. It's actually really, really good. And then I watched the Beirut poem. It was uncomfortable to watch. It was just so obscure, like the whole like play. It was so obscure. So I just drew it in my book to like commemorate the moment, and then I drew Helda's character here, and you can see that she's a bit more aged. Here she looks a bit different from how I used to draw her. She looks a lot older and a lot like middle-aged, if you could say, and I quite like that. That's kind of like what I want her to look like, so I'll probably pick this up as well and note it down that this is kind of the appearance that I want her to have. And she still has a red dress. She's not letting that go. I'm not letting that go of her. This is more of the goober. When I think it was on TikTok, this person did the like goober into the gooberverse, and I did mine, and I just kept the like sprayed lock hair and wide eyes, and then I just put my big denim jacket over it, because I have a denim jacket that's oversized and it literally covers everything. Like it probably comes down like right under my thigh, and I love wearing it, so I just imagined it being like my whole entire clothing as a goober, and then I just drew myself. And then next page is the Spider-Verse stuff, when Spider-Verse dropped. So this is one of the first pages. I think there's three other pages, but this is the first one, and I just did it with Miguel because I drew Miguel once and I thought it looked good until I started looking at other people's, and I was like, it doesn't look like him. So I decided to look at people's like studies of him, and then people kind of figured out that he just is a trapezoid. So I worked that into the sketch, did 2 studies, did this study of him in the back. I like this one a lot because I used like the other colours and stuff. I kind of wanted it to be like more realistic, but hey, I'll cut my losses. Him with that little reaction, and the little reaction from there, and him staring angrily. And then this was initially my first like Spider-sona design. You see, that's me. I've kind of changed it. It no longer looks like me. It's another character that I've just made up. But this is my initial design because I really like the red and black. That's my headphones in there and my like chunky beats in here. But I felt like it was, I wouldn't say too basic, but I wanted more out of it. So I kind of scrapped this whole design and like worked from the beginning. And I got to something like this. And I changed the character and the name to Austin, same age as me. And I wanted to keep the whole like demolition theme because her spider name is Demo. So I incorporated like more work attire into her, like construction work. This is supposed to be like those bright pants, like the ones with the UV stripes and stuff. I put like a harness on her, those gas masks, and then I put these like noise cancellation headphones on her. And I kept the chunky boots because why not? And I drew her again, like little doodles and stuff. I did a little goober of her. This is her in casual attire. I've drawn her digitally, like her whole spider stuff digitally. I'll put it on the screen. I'll probably draw it again when I've got her like backstory figured out. And then this is a nice page of Austin. I just did her in like casual stuff. I made her a smoker because why not? And yeah, it's just her being like, I don't know, not Spider-Woman. And this is Saya. I really liked how he turned out here. You can see how he's more aged here. One thing I will say is that I'm still trying to figure out the perspective on horns. I haven't, even to this day, since I've been drawing them for like 2-3 years now, I haven't been able to figure out how their horns are placed. I even like considered scrapping his horns and making them point upwards or just straight across or something, just to make it easier, but hey. I wanted them to be in like this chef's outfit, like at a barbecue, but I'll pull the face on it. Yeah, I erased it. I couldn't draw it, so I just gave up, covered it, and then just finished it there. And then that's him like holding baby Vera. I could do like a little comic of baby Vera. And then this is a little doodle of Pedro Pascal and some random snake drawing I did. And here is another character I made called Koi. She was inspired from these kind of shirts, like these slogan shirts that you'd have. I saw them on not Instagram, on Pinterest, and I thought of these two, and I took this one from Pinterest, and then I put this character over it, and then I kind of made her character from this, and that's basically her. And then this is the Spider-Verse page, the next one. So I drew Hobie, this green cap again. I like this one a lot better. Him as a little strawberry. Miles Morales, Miguel, and then Pavita with like this. I kind of messed up his hair. If I had better pens, it would have been more fuller, but I like it either way. And then I drew Koi again. I didn't finish it. I didn't feel like it. I said I was gonna do it digitally, but I never ended up doing that. So I just left it at this. And then by the time I got to this page, I got like frustrated. I just drew this other character that I did for my end of year animation, like short animation for my first year. I just drew like a pencil study of her character, and then I cut the rest of the pages out so I could go and buy a new sketchbook because I was tired. So that is it. That is the 17th sketchbook. Bye.